Welcome to Backlog Weekly, number 4. First we had, on Sunday I played by myself a quick little game, indie game called Unmechanical. And that was actually a very nice puzzle game. Quite simple, very nice visuals, good atmosphere and everything. It was a game that I had started playing sometime way earlier. I started from the beginning this time, but last time when I played it a couple of years ago it crashed at a certain point and I couldn't get through. So I gave that another shot. And fortunately it did work this time, and it was about 4 hours long. So it was a good quick game to get through on Sunday. So we got a beaten right there. Then of course we were playing on stream Final Fantasy X2, like I said. And we beat that on Sunday. You know, that game ended up being decent. Like I had said after the start. You know, I started sort of getting into it. I still wouldn't say it's exactly a good game. I wouldn't recommend the game. If someone asked me if they should buy it, I would say no, probably not, unless they really are into it, seen a lot of it. Mostly I think what enticed me in the game was the sort of whimsical nature of it, and, you know, the story was so silly that I got a lot of laughs out of it. That was essentially what kept me going with that game, and actually liking it. Gameplay-wise, yeah, not so great, especially towards the end. You know, I didn't really like the places too much. Nothing interesting, and at the end there was like a jumping puzzle thing, which I've said before, that jumping in that game, the time jumps, it's just a horrible idea, and they shouldn't have done that. But nonetheless, so we beat that on a Tuesday. So, after that, of course, we moved on to the next game that got voted, and that was Skyrim. So I started Skyrim, and I made an Argonian, and I got him a orange, sort of an orange war paint going over his eyes, and called him Michelangelo. So hope you get that reference. But yeah, Skyrim I've been liking very much so far. I only played it for 2 days so far, but I'm really getting into that game. I like a lot of the mechs. Just leveling up is sort of simplified, and it doesn't feel like it's that easy to completely screw up your character. I'm sure you can still do that if you sort of go for it, or if you just don't take any combat abilities. If you just go for the combat abilities mostly, you should be alright. At least I feel like that so far. And I'm definitely gonna be putting a lot more effort into that game than I put in Oblivion, so anyone who might be interested in that, you know, come hang around. And lastly, as I started Skyrim, I also started off-stream playing Raptor, which was also a short game. It's an old Apogee game. Hopefully you know about it. It was a game that I played a lot as a kid. And of course I played the shareware version, because living in Finland, I never had any idea how shareware worked. All I knew that I would need a credit card or sending dollars in a post, you know, through post. I essentially knew that, you know, however it works, my dad is not gonna go for it, and that I would have needed to go through my dad to get the full versions. So I only played the shareware versions ever as a kid from those. So now going back into Raptor and beating it, and I did beat it on Thursday. Started it on Wednesday, beat it on Thursday, so on a night. It was a really nice experience. It wasn't exactly a great game. I wouldn't, again, unless you have nostalgic feelings towards it, I maybe wouldn't recommend the game anymore. But for me, having played it as a kid, it was a really nice nostalgic feeling, actually playing through all the levels, finally, after all these years, and getting to see some of the high-end weapons that you could never afford in the shareware version, because, yeah, you know, I sucked as a player as a kid, so I'm not even sure if I beat the shareware version ever. So that is all that I've been playing this week. And as the highlight, I figured I could show you a warning example of what happens when you get too cocky in a video game. And that would be from Skyrim, where I'll just let you see it. Fair warning, there is gonna be a curse word there if someone is definitely against those, so you can stop watching now, but for the rest of you, enjoy the clip.
Tell you what, start running so I can stab you in the back.
Not gonna happen, dude. Oh fuck! That was fast.